Hello, People's Church. This is Rodney Swope here. I just want to give you a word of encouragement during this challenging and fearful time that we're living in. Let me begin by sharing a scripture with you from Genesis 50 and 20, where it says, "As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good in order to bring about this present outcome that many people would be kept alive." We need to be fearful when God has given us so many promises. Fear is a challenge for us. It's a real thing that we have to confront in the midst of times like these. Fear is a common enemy for the child of God. We've learned that fear is the enemy of faith, and fear is the opposite of faith, and that there's a acrostic for fear, where fear is spelled false evidence appearing real. Fear is a real thing that we have learned is not good for us. But in the midst of some challenges, where you have an invisible enemy, a little fear can help to keep people alive. Yeah, fear can be paralyzing. Fear can induce panic. Fear can make you go and buy 2 years supply of toilet paper. Or fear can make you stay home. It can make you keep your distance. It can make you wash your hands more times today than you did all of last month. Now, the most dangerous person during a pandemic is that guy who's feeling a little sick, but is fearless enough to go into work anyway and socialize without any regard for social distancing. Now that is really a scary dude. Now, God did not give us the spirit of fear, but he sure did give us the feeling of fear. He gave us that emotion with a purpose. There are times when you ought to be afraid. This feeling is an alarm. It's something that's prompting us to action. And so what does the Bible say about fear? Well, Isaiah 43 and 1 says, "Don't fear, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by my name, and you are mine." So God actually commands us not to fear or not to worry. And that phrase, "fear not," is in the Bible more than 80 times. Why? Because God knows that the enemy, he tries to use fear to decrease our hope and limit our victories. So why does God say fear not then? Well, God is warning us there is something scary that's coming our way. But more importantly, he's announcing his protective presence. Something dangerous is looming, and I, the God of all creation, is here. So God has the power over all of the scary things that might confront us. But when we begin to look to and draw close to him in the midst of these frightening times, that's how we get through. And after God says, "Fear not," we ought to say, "I will not fear." And then we can only ask him, "Lord, what next? Which way? How would you like me to act next?" Because God says that he'll give wisdom generously to any of us who ask it. And wisdom is that deeply felt knowledge of what to do next. So fear not and do what God says. This too will pass, and we will be better off having gone through it. He is before us, he is with us, and he will never leave us. God bless you and keep you.